I've heard what I thought was footsteps. I've heard what I thought was voices.
We felt that the spirits were calling us in here. Mrs. Tuttle, are you here?
I definitely heard a scream. It sounded awful.
Once these things come into your life, they don't leave.
Some places bury their past, others wear it like a scar. We uncover the restless souls who haunt the darkest corners of our own backyard. Welcome to Haunted Tri-State. Just a half hour outside of New Haven, Connecticut, lies the quaint charm of Naugatuck. Settlers have been in the Naugatuck area since the 1600s.
People have been here multiple generations. It still has a bit of a small town feel.
The feelings that you get, to me, are good feelings, a good vibe. We have very solid community people.
But there are murmurings among the locals. It's more than just community spirit. Some believe in this town there are actual spirits.
There's a story of the white lady at the cemetery that people have seen. There's more than one credible person that has told that story about seeing things like that.
There's always been rumors that there's been ghosts and apparitions and sounds out there. And I've been out there at night, and it is spooky out there.
But if you can believe it, residents say their old cemetery isn't even the most haunted place in Naugatuck. That distinction goes to a nearly 150-year-old Victorian mansion, said to be inhabited by restless spirits and known by locals as the Tuttle House.
Bronson Tuttle and Mary Ann Tuttle were the family who built this house. Bronson was an industrialist here in town. He wanted to show his wealth. He spent the fabulous sum of $50,000 to have this house built.
Starting construction in 1879, Bronson Tuttle's extravagant new home takes 3 years to complete, a labor of love dedicated to his wife, Mary Ann, a respected local school teacher.
Mary was Bronson Tuttle's wife. Basically, the house was built for her.
In fact, the stately brick mansion bears the marks of Mary Ann Tuttle and its very bones.
The stair railings are very low because Mrs. Tuttle was shorter and they fit her. So Mr. Tuttle built the house for his wife.
In 1903, Bronson Tuttle passes away at the age of 67. But Mary Ann lives on, spending the next 25 years alone with her servants in the cavernous, empty mansion until finally passing away in September of 1928. But even in death, Mary Ann's influence over the Tuttle House continues, as her once beloved home is donated to the town of Naugatuck with a very specific condition.
She gave the house to the town with the stipulation that it always be used for educational purposes.
For the next 30 years, the Tuttle School is run from the home, bringing countless children through its sweeping halls, and some say echoes of their footsteps can still be heard.
There are numerous people who have stories to tell about the little boy who runs around and plays upstairs.
I've heard things in here. I've heard what I thought was footsteps. I've heard what I thought was voices.
Could the spirits of former classmates be lingering here, drawn in by the memories and moments that shaped some of the best years of their lives? Or is this the ghostly patter of Mary Ann Tuttle, staking her claim on the treasured home she wants all to herself?
One of the longtime employees at the Tuttle House, he would hear footsteps upstairs and what sounded like a spoon in a teacup. And all he would say is, "Good morning, Mrs. Tuttle," and the noise would stop.
There are many people in town who were very rational, very sane, very strong people who all have very similar stories.
And some of those stories are more than just tall tales. These mysterious events have left behind tangible evidence of the paranormal.
The Board of Ed was going to hire a movie company to move all the records they had stored up in the attic, and the company came in and took pictures so they could do a job estimate.
But what they captured on film was stunning.
When the pictures came back, that image was on there, the shadowy image. It looks like an image of a woman sitting down at the desk. Exactly what it looks like.
Is this the ethereal specter of Mary Ann Tuttle, photographed nearly 100 years after her death? Is she forever tied to this home? And could she be protecting it? In 2017, firefighters rushed to put out a fire on the roof as it spreads through the attic, threatening to burn Mary Ann's former home to the ground.
If it had not been for the sprinkler system, we would have lost the building.
Miraculously, the house is saved. But when the fire department examines the damage, they notice something strange. A spot in the attic where the fire seems to just stop.
We noticed on the ceiling, there was a very unusual burn pattern. I showed that picture to many fire marshals who've been around for a long time. None of them ever seen a burn pattern like that. It's an extremely unusual pattern.
But it's where the fire stops that has city officials believing in the paranormal, mere feet from where the apparition in this photo appeared.
That was on the opposite wall of where that image was taken. Did Mrs. Tuttle save the building, maybe? It was her house. And maybe she had a little intervention to direct the fire. She was very passionate about that building.
The historic Tuttle House is now a museum operated by the Naugatuck Historical Society. But some believe that Mary Ann Tuttle loved this home so much, she may have never left. We wanted to experience the mysteries of this haunted mansion for ourselves, so we called in Rose Porto, who heads Connecticut Spirit Investigators and Researchers. Rose is a respected paranormal investigator who has worked on cases all over the world, teaming up with some of the most widely known experts in the paranormal field. She has authored 2 books and appeared on the 2009 television series, The Haunted.
The only advice I would always tell people is to be careful. If you don't know how to use ghost equipment, don't use it. It's not a joke. Once these things come into your life, they don't leave.
According to Rose, she was magnetically lured to this house.
We felt that the spirits were calling us in here. Just walking around, I could feel the energy. I could feel the spirits were wanting us here because they wanted to tell their story. In a 2-year period, we've probably been here close to 30 times.
Accompanied by a select few members of her seasoned investigative team, Rose begins by asking the spirits to make themselves known.
Come out and show yourself or let yourself be heard. We have a lot of friends here tonight, and they would love to meet you.
Our first stop, a second-floor landing at the top of the home's grand staircase, where the specter of a young boy has been known to come out and play.
So this is the area that the little boy is seen. There's a lot of people that look up the staircase and see a little boy in period clothing standing right here.
But the spirits of children haven't just been seen here, they've been heard. During a previous visit, Rose and her team captured the ghostly voices of children singing Ring Around the Rosie. The fact that Rose was able to pick that up and you hear those kids singing, that's so creepy. And if I hear that tonight, I'm gonna have to leave the house. The team places a REM pod on the stairs. This device will detect changes in temperature or magnetic fields and will alert investigators with flashing lights and sound. On the landing, they place a cat ball, a simple toy that lights up when motion is detected.
He likes to play with stuff. We have a camera facing there, so it'll pick it up.
We then proceed up to the attic, where strange apparitions have been known to appear.
Yes.
We're trekking up the stairs. It's uncomfortably hot. And then all of a sudden, Rose starts telling us that stairs can be used as portals to connect to the other side. Well, that just has me freaked out.
It's almost a railway for spirits to come in and out of this realm.
And we feel as if we may have entered another realm as our haunted tri-state camera crew begins experiencing a powerful energy drain. One of our producers, Denise, feels the effects immediately.
It was just this heaviness and exhaustion that kind of came over all of us. And it wasn't just us. Our camera batteries drained so quickly.
All the batteries were drained?
All of our battery, he said to replace.
I changed my batteries when I got here. When we went to do the interview, 15 minutes afterwards, I had to change my batteries again.
Spirits need energy to speak or move or do anything. They drain batteries, they drain us.
Oh, there's somebody here.
Suddenly, one of Rose's paranormal team members, Jean, announces that something is with us in the attic. She's been using a digital camera to snap photos of the room, and in this one, she's captured what investigators call orbs.
The theory is that it's a spirit's easiest way of travel is in a ball of light.
Jean steps over to investigate the area where the orbs have been seen, but as she does, she hears something.
Did you hear that? It sounded like a scream.
Coming up, the terrifying scream we hear in the dark, and our attempt to make contact with Mary Ann Tuttle herself.
Mrs. Tuttle, are you here?
Spirits are said to be lurking in the 144-year-old historic Tuttle House in Naugatuck, Connecticut. We've come here with Rose Porto from Connecticut Spirit Investigators and Researchers to investigate the claims of paranormal activity here. The spirit of a little boy seen playing in the upstairs hallway. The chilling apparition of a woman seen sitting in a chair in the attic. We've summoned the courage to explore the attic, but one of Rose's team members, Jean, has just heard a terrifying scream from a dark corner of the room.
Did you hear that?
I heard something.
It sounded like a scream.
Sure did.
We look back at our cameras and sure enough, in the corner you can see our cameraman Chris react. Now, I didn't hear that scream, but Chris, our cameraman, he heard it.
I definitely heard a guttural scream coming from the back room, and it just sounded awful.
So then I'm thinking, okay, is it kids playing across the street in the park? But it's late at night, there's no one out there.
No one's at the park.
Well, those windows are closed.
You heard
You heard
Oh
it?
yeah. It was like a guttural, right?
It didn't really sound like a kid screaming at all. It kind of sounded like a woman just yelling, screeching. I didn't want to go anywhere near that room after that.
Rose brings out a spirit box. This is a device that scans radio frequencies and is believed to allow communication with spirits. Investigators pose a series of questions and look for meaning in the words they hear back through the radio static.
Is the woman that sits in the chair up here with us? Mrs. Tuttle, are you here? Yes. Did you guys hear that? I know it's hard to listen to, but like a trained ear, because we listen to this constantly.
Let's rewind and play that back.
Mrs. Tuttle, are you here? Yes.
Rose is convinced the apparition of a woman in this photo is here with us, in this attic, right now. And she says this isn't the first time her team has encountered her.
It's like something sitting in the chair.
This is video Rose captured during a previous visit to the Tuttle House using a device called an SLS camera. SLS stands for Structured Light Sensor. This camera uses infrared light to detect objects in a space and software designed to recognize human bodies.
It will pick up what we call a stick figure. So if we see a stick figure and there's nobody in front of the camera, then we know that it's definitely something.
And as you can see, there's definitely something happening in this video. Our eyes tell us that no one is sitting in the chair, but the SLS camera tells a different story.
Are you sitting in that chair right there?
There's somebody, SLS is showing somebody sitting on the chair.
This video was captured in the very same place where this photo was taken, the exact spot where we have all now gathered. If Rose is right, and this spirit is in the attic with us now, would she make herself known?
So what we're going to try to do is try to communicate with the light.
Rose takes an old-fashioned approach. No fancy gadgets, no infrared cameras, just a simple flashlight and simple questions.
All they have to do is touch it and it'll go off, and that will usually indicate a yes.
I feel like at this point you could cut the tension in the room with a knife. I mean, we've heard all these mysterious stories about the woman, sitting in this chair, and it's all leading up to this moment. Oh my gosh, what's gonna happen?
The woman that sits in that chair, could you go up to that flashlight? Let us know that you're here, please. All you have to do is touch it. Let us know that you're here, please.
Everyone in the room is silent. All eyes are on this flashlight, waiting and wondering, will it light up?
We're just visiting tonight. We brought our friends. Could you say hello to them by turning on that red torchlight?
No response. But then I'm thinking, okay, if there is a spirit here, maybe she's not excited to talk to us.
The woman that sits in that chair, if you could please go up to that red torchlight and let us know that you're here, please. Thank you.
Wow. I saw it, we all saw it. That flashlight went on. Take another look. This is the uncut raw video from our GoPro camera in the corner of the room. This close-up is being shot by one of our producers standing here.
The woman that sits in that chair, if you could please go up to that red torchlight and let us know that you're here, please. Thank you.
And if that wasn't spooky enough, it happened again.
The woman that sits in that chair, could you do that again, please, for me? Could you go up to that flashlight? Let us know that you're here, please.
Was this the ghost of Marianne Tuttle reaching out to us from beyond the grave? We may never truly know the answer, but we do know this. Whoever or whatever is haunting these walls had better stay within them. Our night at the Tuttle House has come to an end, and Rose offers a blessing of protection from the spirits inside.
We bind all spirits present at the Tuttle House, at this location, or any other that we have come in contact with, whether human or diabolical, to remain here and not follow us home into our lives.
As we leave the Tuttle House in the rearview mirror, we're left with a simple question. Can a person be so attached to a place that even in death, their spirit refuses to leave it behind? The apparition in this photo, this unexplained burn pattern, the invisible person captured sitting in this chair, and this flashing light all seem to suggest that the answer is yes. But could there be another explanation? Coming up, we turn to a group of professional skeptics to weigh in on these ghostly encounters. Did we make contact with the other side, or was this just our imagination? After our night at the Tuttle House, we sat down with members of New York City Skeptics, an all-volunteer nonprofit that promotes critical thinking and science education. Its members share an interest in what they call rational evidence-based thinking and are tough critics when it comes to the paranormal.
There might be simpler explanations before you get to the really spectacular ones.
Yeah, because it is a leap. It is a big leap to the paranormal from the mundane.
First up, what do they think of this photo, where the apparition of a woman appears to be sitting in an empty chair?
Natalie, you have some experience with photos. Do you have any thoughts?
That's a really bad picture. This is very well lit in the front. That tells me somebody was using a fairly high-powered flash. That flash could be bouncing off of something in the middle there that's causing an effect.
But it's bouncing back in the shape of a person?
Well, you'd say it's a person. It could be absolutely anything.
I see blue blobs.
Next, our cameraman hears a terrifying scream in the Tuttle House attic.
I heard something. It kind of sounded like a woman screeching.
Chris heard it. He's right here. Tell him to his face he's wrong.
I'm not gonna know. I'm sure he heard it. I'm not gonna tell you you didn't hear it.
I think you can see my head in the video turn like
Yeah.
that. At one point, I definitely heard something.
What nocturnal birds are out at that time that make noises during the night?
I don't know. Chris is shaking his head.
It sounded like it came from that specific room. And I didn't like that room to begin with. It made me uneasy, so yeah.
Well, that, you know, if you didn't like it to begin with, then it's going to prime you to think that it's coming from there when it possibly wasn't.
Yeah.
That's being human.
And we all saw it with our own eyes. How do they explain this flashlight turning on in response to our questions?
So this one is really well understood. They're two separate pieces, so when they make contact, that's when you get the light. So if you unscrew it just enough, the lights will go off, come on, go off, come on.
But it wasn't doing that when we were talking about other things, when we ask a direct question.
Because it's still going to be random.
Yeah.
It goes off? I don't know how to explain that.
It's not like the flash happened on every single question. Ask a question, wait, ask another question, oh, now it went off. When we're emotionally invested in something, if we want something to be true, we want ghosts to be real. Come on, how awesome would that be?
We may never truly know the answers behind the countless strange and unexplained occurrences across our haunted tri-state. But as for the historic Tuttle House in Naugatuck, Connecticut, we came, we saw. I know what I think. The question is, what do you believe?